years forced to tend sheep. While in Ireland, he had a religious conversion to Christianity. Legend has it, he heard a voice in his dreams telling him to escape. He ran away and found passage to Britain on a pirate ship. But after reuniting with his family, the voice told him to return to Ireland. Which he did, but this time as a fully ordained priest. Legend has it St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland, but scholars say there never were snakes there. The chilly waters surrounding Ireland would be too cold for any snake to swim there, and in reality the snakes are only symbols of the evils of Satan. In 491, St. Patrick died on March 17th, the day we now celebrate. But originally in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day was no more than a minor religious holiday. But, yes, that too changed when the holiday reached the New World. In 1762, Irish soldiers fighting with the British held the first St. Patrick's Day parade through New York. Now, centuries later, cities like Chicago go as far as dyeing their rivers green, and just about everything else seems to go green, all in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, a colorful world of wonder.
And I hope you've had a great St. Patrick's Day. Brandon, I know you're going to be talking about golf, and you're going to be talking about greens.
I was ready for it. I was ready for it.
I knew you were.
I had the little groan ready in my ear just from when you were going to say that, but I understand why you had to do it. You're a golf man, you had to do it. But thanks for a little history lesson. It's always nice. Whenever there's a holiday, get a little history. Holiday history whenever Dave's up to bat. Thank you very much. Weather over, sports time coming up. Let's talk about it. Coming up next in sports, the Toreros are not done yet. Plus 68 teams joining the madness, and amongst them the Sea Lions still inside of it. Plus JJ returning to his home track, and Rory keeps the swings on track, and the Lakers are completely off the tracks. Sports in 2 minutes.
Feed your craving, they feed your soul. Like El Pollo Loco's new enchilada platters, made like mom would, with stone-ground tortillas, fire-grilled chicken or tender shrimp, and Jack and Cotija cheeses. The latest from El Pollo Loco. Feed the flame.
Tile, wood, and stone, come to the nationwide low price leader, Floor & Decor. The prices are the lowest you will find.
Not only did we find lots of options, we were like, oh my gosh, it's so affordable.
It's affordable no matter what your budget.
I saved a lot of money at Floor & Decor.
We came in under budget.
It's
way under budget, yeah.
It's really the best pricing.
You're getting an incredible product for an amazing price.
Why wouldn't you want to save money and make your house look great?
I love to save money. Who doesn't like to save money? Floor & Decor on the west side of the 15 at Carmel Mountain Road.
Like the taste of tradition. Now at El Pollo Loco, enjoy traditional cheese enchiladas made with stone-ground tortillas, rojo and verde sauce, and topped with ripe avocado. Add them to any family dinner for only $4. El Pollo Loco, feed the flame.
You're watching the KUSI News at 6.
This is your invitation to unforgettable, to unrivaled, to be a guest. We invite you to more than an exceptionally crafted vehicle. We invite you to an exceptionally crafted experience. This is the invitation to Lexus Sales Event, with generous offers now through March 31st.
Lease the 2019 UX 200 for $329 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
If you still don't have a living trust, here's what you're facing. All you've worked for, your home, your investments, everything, may end up in the courts with your family fighting over their share. But the government's probate court is going to make the decisions, with attorneys charging big bucks all the way. You don't want that. Get the facts now, get peace of mind.
Attend one of Jeff and Justin's free living trust and asset protection seminars. March 19th in Poway and El Cajon, March 20th in Carlsbad and Mission Valley, and March 21st in Chula Vista. For more info, go to lawyeranbluejeans.com.
Let your style blossom this season at Living Spaces, where spring is in full swing. We're offering fresh, natural, colorful collections at prices you won't find anywhere else. You can go bright in your bedroom, breezy in your living room, fashion your dining room and pull off a full home makeover for less. Get inspired in store or shop online at livingspaces.com, and we'll hook you up with same-day delivery and pull off a full home makeover for less. Online or in-store at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
Memphis on Tuesday will host the San Diego Toreros, finished 7th in the West Coast Conference, their first NIT appearance. Isaiah Pinheiro, they're getting the 6th seed, so
it looks like that WCC tournament run was worth it for Sam Scholl's USD Toreros. The kids from Linda Vista will be taking part in the madness, just the NIT version. USD traveling to Memphis on Tuesday in a 6-3 matchup. The Tigers are, though, a familiar team to San Diego for 2 reasons. 1, they were in the recruiting mix for Boogie Ellis, and 2, their head coach, Orlando Magic great Penny Hardaway. Last year's upset special is a #1 seed again in Virginia. You remember this right here? Remember Virginia losing to UMBC, the 16 seed in 2018? Well, they get a 1 seed again, but they're not the top #1 seed. That goes to the mighty man Zion Williamson and those vicious Duke Blue Devils. And when you mix in North Carolina, that means the ACC has 3 of the top 4 seeds. Who's the 4th seed? It's a familiar name as well. The Zags. Gonzaga gets it despite losing in the finals of that WCC tournament. As for other notables, the Mountain West gets 2 seeds, Nevada and conference champ Utah State. Would have been 3 if the Aztecs had won the title game on Saturday, of course. By the way, you can see the full bracket on our social media sites. So, who do those pundits think wins it all?
Out of the East, we're going to have the Duke Blue Devils, and then they're going to beat Michigan State in the regional final there. In the West, unlike Gonzaga, and then Kentucky, and of course we deserve a Duke-Kentucky championship game. The Blue Devils are your champion.
All 1 seeds other than the Houston Cougars, and I like Gonzaga to win it all.
Wow.
We'll see what happens. Back to those Aztecs, though, falling short of Mountain West Tournament win #6 in a tough loss to Utah State. But there's still plenty to feel good about on the Mesa. Even if the NBA draws Jalen McDaniels away from the program, emerging stars like Nathan Mensah and Matt Mitchell will be formidable inside the paint. Plus, big-time transfer Malachi Flynn wants to repeat in Xavier Thames' footsteps as the next great guard to come to the Montezuma Mesa from Washington State. Brian Dutcher has plenty of tools left in the shed for
what Coach Fisher always said, we're not a one-hit wonder. We have a program at San Diego State. And so we're disappointed we didn't go this year, but we'll be back here fighting and try to put ourselves in a position to be back in the tournament next year. We have more conference titles than anybody in the Mountain West, more conference tournament titles, and so we have a high standard for our performance. And so when we fall short of that, we fall short of our standard. I know no one wants to hear it, but when you're playing with 80 of your top 11 or freshmen or sophomores, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So I think we got better, and I think it bodes well for the future for San Diego State.
And we still have one other local team left standing in NCAA tournament play. First in a shocker, both the men's and women's programs at UC San Diego were done. Lady Triton somehow losing their second-round matchup despite an unbeaten record and the #2 spot in the country. While the men losing Saturday night to those Sea Lions of Point Loma Nazarene. The program that didn't have a tournament win before this is now one Monday home game against St. Martin's away from the Elite 8.
We felt like we let it get away from us in that game. We had a big lead. Let them come back. They stole it from us at the end.
Alright, that's it. Like and subscribe. Please hit that like button. And alright, peace out.